Hello, everyone. Welcome back for round two. So, these are some streams I made in May last year. And with lockdown and degree, I kind of stopped doing them and it's time to pick them up again. So, here's number two. I still stand by every word I said and I will elaborate more down the line. I hope you all enjoy it.
Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining me in my second of the meditation chill streams. Today, I wanted to have a chat to you about grounding because when one starts to meditate, the first thing that generally happens is that the mind tries to fight it, and everything around us will try to fight our attention. And one of the simplest ways that we can deal with this is our grounding. Now, our grounding is so important in so many ways. It's what keeps us anchored into the world around us, living in the physical world, but also anchored into our bodies. It's also what gives us an integrated way of dealing with the world around us. So, it's also one of the things that when we are grounded, we usually find it easier to be more responsive and less reactive. It's that microsecond when we decide. And often, when there are those big, hard decisions in life, I've found that taking a moment to ground myself first is a really good thing, particularly before I respond to certain things. If I don't quite know what to do, if I feel I'm going to react and I don't want to. So there's a couple of really simple ways one can ground oneself. The simplest of all of them is to breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth 3 times. This will bring you back into your body and ground you back in. The other way is a little exercise I'd like to take everyone through shortly in regards to your stance and how you hold your body. There was a brief exercise I spoke about in the previous stream and in a video I've made about what is meditation and how do you do it. But I'd like to actually take everyone through a bit of a practical exercise. So, in this instance, we're not going to sit down or lie down, though, if you decide to listen and do this, lady yourself, please do. We're actually going to stand up and we're just going to stand up with our feet shoulder width apart. Um, but for the moment, we're just going to enjoy some lovely Australian redwood and some delightful humming because, there's a few things that I've noticed in if I lose my grounding, everything becomes a lot harder. I like to use the analogy of a hose. If you turn on a hose and no one is holding it, it flays around wildly and water goes everywhere. You lose a lot of water. No one's in control. You don't know where it's going to move. When you are grounded, you can actually pick up the hose and decide where to direct it. You can put it in vessels to be used in other things. You can turn it on and off. You don't have to waste so much of it. And it, also gives us the ability to not be thrown by life so much, but to actually surf the waves a little bit better because there's always going to be turbulence. But I found that in the moments that I lose my grounding is when I make bad decisions. And in reality, when we are grounded, we are in the moment. And that is what this is all about and what meditation is all about, is bringing yourself into the moment. So, why grounding is so important, particularly initially when you start to work with meditation, it is the foundation of the tower, the same way that the base chakra or the root chakra is the base of the chakra system. And it gives you that basis and foundation and anchoring to actually work through. So it gives you the ability to actually not only enjoy and experience the meditation more, but also to further integrate back into your body at the end of it and to leave it feeling more grounded, more centered, more connected, and recalling more of what happened and more of that sense of well-being. Whereas if you're not grounded, you will very much, you can get thrown around by this a lot. And it's what I used to call when I was in the crystal industry, is what I would call astral junkies. And we've all seen people bouncing around the ether. So for me, this is why I personally learned that my grounding was very, very important. And I think it is the core fundamental step in meditation, because when you ground yourself, you can also send to yourself. And that is at the core of it. What this is about is having this living, waking meditation. And to do that, you need to be in the moment. You need to be grounded. You need to be centered. Once you do that, everything else around you flows. So, at the very least today, I would like to just take you through a simple little exercise. So I'm going to leave the rest of this one going for a minute while I line up something for us backgroundy. Yes, nutmeg. So, as I said before, there are two simple exercises one can do to ground themselves. So, one of the first simple ones is to breathe in through one's nose and out through one's mouth 3 times. This is the simplest way. Oh, please. This is the simplest way. The other way is to do as the Italians would do when they wipe their hands of someone, is actually to slap your hands together like that and to stamp your feet on the ground. This will actually bring yourself. So things like dancing and stuff like that's really good because it grounds you into your body. Anything like that. I find there's times when and a particular type of music and dancing I like when I want to kind of stamp my feet a bit, particularly like they do in a lot of the Latin and the gypsy style dancing, with their nice, Cuban wooden heels. Makes me, clicking the fingers a bit and all that sort of stuff. Well, is all very much grounding. Music, particularly the playing of it, is a very grounding thing as well. So, um, but the exercise I want to do now is this is also called um, Mother Earth, Father Sky, but I'm going to just do it really simplistically. And the key of this is about being present in one's body, about reaching up towards whatever you decide to call it, self, source, God, sky, the universe, whatever you want to call it, reaching up. And when you breathe out, breathing down into the earth, seeing the roots coming out into the earth and grounding you. Then breathing up again through your body, up to the sky again and back down to the earth. And this simple exercise a few times really helps to ground us, bring us into our body, connect us with the earth, connect us with everything else. It makes us present in our own process to a small degree as well. So that's the exercise we're going to do now, and it's just a really simple exercise. And what I would recommend is I'll walk you through the first few times, then I'll leave the rest of this going. And I recommend that you just find your own way with that. One of the other exercises I do recommend is that once you're feeling you're a bit more grounded in this, and the circuit, for a better way of putting it, is actually working a bit, maybe envisage reaching up to yourself, to everything that you are, to your highest self. And each time you breathe up to your highest self, and you breathe back down through yourself, down into the earth, and repeat again. And I found that was a really nice way for myself. For each time I reached up to, reach for myself a little bit as well. And that really helped. And it helped me to start to understand my body better, and how that works. Because one of the challenges with all of this is, and we've spoken about this in many different ways, is being able to breathe into the different parts of your body. And sometimes that'll manifest in the way we talk and live our lives and how we create our realities that way. Sometimes it's through song and music, sometimes it's through writing or poetry, or, there are many, many different forms. Sometimes it's just the art of living. So I'm going to start this off softly initially, and I'll turn the volume up a tiny bit once we actually finish the exercise. So all I would like everyone to do at the moment, and now, if possible, stand up. If you cannot stand up, at least try to sit upright in a chair where your spine is as straight as it can be. Your legs are shoulder width apart. Your hands are either sitting on your knees or at your side, because you will relax your body a little bit as you do this. So it's better, I find, to have your hands not crossed and your feet not crossed. And if you need to, sit back, but it's going to, you won't be sitting in as an aligned position, is probably the best way of putting it. So for those of you that are not sitting, what I would like you to do at the moment is stand up with me at the moment, and stand with your feet shoulder width apart. I'm just going to put some simple. Okay, so we'll just leave this very gently in the background. Okay, so what I would like everyone to do. Sorry, that's not going to work. I apologize, everyone. We'll just leave the video for the moment. So, what I would like everyone to do is to stand up with me. Okay, so if you make sure your feet are shoulder width apart, that your back is as lined as possible. I used to do an exercise when I was younger because I had certain issues with posture. And one of the exercises was to imagine that there is a thread going down through all the way down your spine. So also you can view it from your crown all the way down to your base chakra. And I would view holding that thread and pulling it tight. Now, when you do that, your alignment, you'll notice you stand in a different way. If you can, just roll your shoulders a little bit and just make sure they're relaxed, because you'll often find at this point you'll be tensed in certain positions, if that makes sense. You may not be standing as straight as you can. So try to be firm in your ankles as well, but just give your wrists a bit of a twist around from side to side and stuff like that. So when you're feeling like you're in your body a little bit, all I want you to do is focus on your breathing. And with that, I mean breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. In through your nose and out through your mouth. Each time you breathe, you get a little bit more relaxed. You may notice your body will sway a little bit forwards and backwards, and that's okay. Just let it do that and relax into your body. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. So I want you to just repeat this for a minute for me. In through your nose and out through your mouth. Each time you're breathing in, you're drawing in all of the negativity in your body. When you breathe out, you are releasing it. You breathe in again, picks up all of that negativity in your body, and you breathe out and it releases it again. So just in through your nose and out through your mouth. Now, at this point, each time you take a breath in, I want you to visualize yourself. And if you need to raise a hand while you do this, please do as well. So, I want you to breathe in and you want to reach up to the sky. Reach up as much as you can to the universe, to source, to creator, to self, to whatever you call it. And when you breathe out, I want you to breathe back through your body. Bring your hand down if you're moving your body as well. And as you exhale, view that going down through the bottom of your feet into the earth. And as you do that, all of the roots are created like they would be in a beautiful tree that would keep it sustained. I want you to breathe in again through your body, up through the roots, through your body, up to the sky, and reach up again. Hold your breath for a moment when you're at the top. And breathe out again. Bring your hand down through your body, through your feet, into the earth. Breathe in through your feet, up through your body, up to the universe again. Reach up as you breathe deeply. Hold it for a minute. And back down to the earth through your body, releasing everything as you go down through your feet, anchoring into the earth. So just focus on your breathing and repeat this exercise. I'm going to turn the volume up slightly on this. And just to enjoy this exercise, if you do feel that you get a little bit shaky or you're feeling a little, overloaded or anything like that, just take a step back and relax. When you do feel a bit comfortable with this, um, when you reach upwards, visualize yourself taking your own hand. Nutmeg agrees. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Breathe up to the sky, down to the earth. Breathe up to the sky, and down to the earth. Each time you repeat this cycle, you feel lighter, more integrated into your body, more grounded, more centered, more present. Okay, so at this point, I want you to slowly bring your awareness back into your body. Move your wrists around, roll your shoulders a little bit, move your head gently from side to side. If your eyes are closed, slowly open them again. Give your ankles a bit of a twist as well. Have a light little stretch and bring yourself back. It is always important when you're doing grounding work, and particularly when you're doing meditation work, to make sure you ground yourself afterwards. And that can just taking a moment to come back and, see if we feel a bit different. What I often notice at this point is when I move my wrists and my ankles and my shoulders around, it generally feels better than when I started. So at that point, it is what we need, and it's in these moments I find that we can appreciate the changes. So that's a nice little simple exercise for everyone, and I hope that helps. Let me know how you went, and from here we'll get into some more of the nitty gritties. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope you were feeling a little bit more aligned and grounded than when we began, and I certainly am. And it's one of those lovely little exercises that is always beneficial. Much love to all of you. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
So there we go. Thank you everyone for joining me. I'm really glad you made it to the new place. And at least the furniture's moved. Hey, that's the, and I'm
And
sure
good
you're like, oh my God, am I
afternoon. I
sore?
hope you're all well.
So on that note, that was part 2 that I did in my little meditation chill streams. Part 3, I will screen tomorrow. So I very much have the urge to sing, which I'm sure a few of us do. Okay, so you're slowly unpacking. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to love you and leave you from here. I've noticed that Karen M is live as well, so I'm going to head over there and say hello, and we'll see where the song is taking place. If not, I'll see you on on my other channel for a little song. And thank you all very much for joining me. Part one I did earlier as well was me explaining what meditation is and how you do it. In this one, I just explained the basics of grounding and a couple of really simple little exercises and did the first really basic guided meditation. So I've meditated every day for nearly 20 years myself, and it's something that I believe in. And at the moment, I'm in a bit of a hard phase of life. So this is when the meditation's extra key. And this morning, I just wanted to keep it going. So awesome. In which case, that makes me really happy. I will see you in Karen's in the next couple of minutes. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you to all of you. I really didn't expect anyone to even turn up to this. So that was really cool. And I'll see you next time. Bye.